Hey guys, today I've got a Admiral. Right now I've got this washer going. It's got a full heavy load of towels, hand towels, big towels, all that good stuff, and it's filling up with water. Now on this particular model, you can control how much water is used. So this will small amount of water, medium and large, and it does do full submersion, which I'll show you here in a minute. 3 temperature controls over here. I've got it set to normal and regular. And I've got my gloves on because I clean these machines top to bottom and sanitize them real good. Anyway, I've got this running. It's filling up right now. You can see that's why it's running the water. And you could switch this over if you just want it cold or just want it hot. So your 2 different designations, that's going to be cold fill, cold rinse, warm fill, cold rinse, hot fill, cold rinse. Always a cold rinse. That has to do with the type of soap and all that you'd use. But anyway, this would also typically have the lid locked, which right now I've got I bought an additional lid locking mechanism so I can stick it in there. It locks and I can show you what's going on. Otherwise, this would be locked here and you wouldn't be able to lift it up. It's an excellent safety feature. So what I'm gonna do, as if you were standing here testing this out yourself, you get to see everything works. I'm gonna allow it to fill up. I'll show you that it agitates as it moves into the wash cycle. I'll show you that it drains the water out when it switches over to the rinse cycle. And then I'm gonna show you that it has a nice, fast final spin cycle. Everything's smooth on that final spin cycle. And when that's all done, we'll pull the clothes out, put them in the dryer, and I'm gonna show you that the dryer runs nice and smooth and heats appropriately like it's supposed to as well. That way, you know everything works perfect. So if you're interested in buying them and you're gonna drive a distance, you're good to go before you set out on that. So we'll go ahead and let it finish up here and move into the next cycle. Okay, and we're back with the wash cycle, so it's filled up with water. As you can see, full submersion of those clothes. They're floating around in there as the agitator kind of vortexes them down along the fins and along against each other, and that's the process of getting those clothes clean. And now it's gonna agitate for a while, so we'll let it move through this wash cycle, and I'll come back when it starts draining that water out. Okay, and we've got the rinse cycle. We're going into the rinse cycle now. You can hear the drain running. Water draining out nice and fast. And from here, it will spin, kick the drain back on, fill up with fresh, clean water, agitate in that clean water, and then it'll switch fully over to the final spin. Okay, now we are on the final spin cycle. It's kicked the drain on, so it's draining as it's spinning and extracting water out of those clothes. You can see, nice smooth operation. Now there again, I bypassed the lid lock so that we can lift this up. I'll show you. Nice, fast, smooth operation. And it'll go through this cycle 3 times where it kicks the drain on, spins full speed, stops, and then it'll repeat that 3 times. Which is great because it does a really good job max extracting water out of those clothes. So when we put them in the dryer, it's gonna cut our drying time about half. All right, we'll let that finish up and then we'll move over to the dryer. All right, now we've got the washer cleaned out, clothes moved over here to the dryer. I'm gonna go ahead and set this on high heat, time dry. We've got them loaded up in here and we'll close that. Hold that to hit go. See, it's got nice smooth operation. And a good note here is you want to make sure you level the feet once you get it where it's going. I didn't on this, and if I tilt it, you can kind of see a little bit here. Definitely want to take, I use a crescent wrench and set it to the exact, it's about like that on the feet, and then crescent wrench is the best way to adjust the feet, make sure it's perfectly level, there's no play in it at all. But as you can see in here, it sounds great. I'm gonna give this about 5 minutes to heat up, and then I'm gonna show you that it is in fact heating like it's supposed to. All right, so it's been just a few minutes. We've got our heat temperature gun right in between those 2 red dots. It's gonna take a surface temperature measure. It's about 66 degrees on top of the dryer. If we shine it down here on the floor, you see it's a little bit colder on the ground there. So we'll go ahead and open this up. See, clothes are tumbling. Right in here, we've got the heating element tube. The heat comes out of this tube, heats the inside of your dryer up anywhere from 95 up to 195. Just depends on how long it's been running and what you have the heat setting at. So like I said, we'll just allow that to run there. And we'll let this finish up. I'll go ahead and get these listed up for sale. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Thanks, you guys have a great day.